Stampers, Gainer again. I've been having a play with an embossing folder. I'm just going to have a look quickly in my catalogue to see if it's in the new one, because I'm not sure. I can show you now because it's, I think it's a retired one. Yeah, do you remember the one Stampin' Up fetched out? I think it might be in the old catalogue, because I'm still on March 31st here. Yeah, March 31st for me, May 31st even. Because but you won't see this till Monday. So, I'm just wondering if it's still in. Where's the embossing folders? Embossing folders. No, it must have retired last year as well then, because it's the one with the butterflies on. And I love it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it's called Fluttering Textured Embossing Folder. And it was by Stampin' Up, obviously. And it's the one with the butterflies on. So, but I'm going to show you the cards I've done up to now. And the new colours as well. This is Petal Pink with Calypso Coral over the top, with the ink being dragged on this one and then on the card afterwards. And this one is the new Graphite Grey and Balmy Blue. I absolutely think they are adorable. And then I've gone over with Winker Stella just on the raised butterflies. So I'm going to show you how I made this. But I'm changing up my colours. I'm going to go with Soft Seafoam and Mint Macaron for this one. And show you how it's done. So you do need a piece of watercolour card. Just because I'm dragging the ink on this. This is going to be trimmed down a little bit, I think. Yes, because... No, actually, this 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. This piece of Mint Macaron is 4 by 5 3/4, and our card is 4 1/8 by 4 1/8 once folded by 5 7/8. So we've just got the tiniest little border all the way around. With this one, I cut that one down, and I wasn't fast. I preferred the one with the smaller borders. So I'm just using my trimmer to fold my card over. And this is 5 7/8. So we're going to have this beautiful layer of Mint Macaron, and it's literally just going to give me the tiniest border all the way around. And I mean tiny. Absolutely tiny. But you can still see the soft sea foam. And then obviously our watercolour card is another 1/8 of an inch shorter on there. So you're going to get to see that tiny little border on there as well. So yes, you definitely need watercolour card. So isn't that gorgeous though? I love the graphite and that balmy blue were together. Absolutely beautiful. I think the grey may have been a bit too dark, but we live and learn, and it's just a practice one. They were my samples, but they will go in the box for Lorraine. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add, in fact I don't need scratch paper for this one. My bottom sheet is already ruined and wrecked. So, and that sentiment, oh my gosh, how beautiful. It comes from very vintage. And one of the best things in life is you. And I love that. And you're going to need some scrap Worcester white then for your sentiment to go on. We're going to heat emboss that. So I'm going to need my card to pop it to one side. And I'm going to grab my colours. And there they are down at the bottom. I'm not prepared, am I? But we'll get there. I have 2 Mint Macarons. Oh, 2 of the new ones as well. I had one from on stage. So this is that gorgeous soft sea foam. So we're going to see what it's like. I have not used it. So my little tray is a little bit stiff. And then we're going to do the butterflies with the Mint Macaron. So I am basically just going to drag this down. Get as much colour on as I can. And then I'm just going to ink. Because you will get flecks of green in where the butterflies are, but when we go over, you won't see that. Just look at that beautiful colour though. And it's going to dry a hell of a lot paler than what it is there. So please don't be disheartened when you see it and think, oh my gosh, that's really dark. Watch this now. So how I line my card up now is I put that right along that edge there. Up a fraction. I just don't want to see that rim dug into my paper. So now I know it's level. I'm just going to close this. And I'm going to just take this quickly and run it through the embossing machine. And I can, I love that it's just here so I can do it quickly. And you can stay with me while I do it. Love it. So I'm back. Let's have a look at the result. Oh my, look at that, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Like I say, it's gone in between every one of the butterflies. And I'm loving it. I've got little bits there. So what I'm going to do, close that because I'm going to clean that after. Just rinses off with water. I'm going to grab my soft sea foam. Open it up and I'm using a blend pen. And I'm just dipping the ink. And I'm just coming in between the butterflies and filling up the white gaps. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. But if you're going to do your card, you may as well just follow that pattern. Just fill in any white bits you may see. You could have painstakingly have done this by hand. But what a gorgeous colour. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. Love it. So if you want it darker, go over again. And then just clean up your pen. There you go. It's the job's a good one. So I don't need that ink anymore. I mean, you can sit and wait for this to dry, but because it's watercolour card, it's quite absorbent and it sucks that moisture off the ink into the actual card. And now you can start to see it going a lot paler. So now with our mint macaron, oh my word. And because these have got a lip most of the way around, this bit isn't too bad. So you're going to get this and you're just going to drag down. And you can add as much ink as you want. And look, you can do, just keep going over until you get the colour you desire. Fill in all the gaps. I think that is absolutely beautiful. You may think, oh, it's a bit dark, but that itself is going to dry as well. I think that's perfect. Lovely. I don't mind a few little bits of scrapey white bits showing through. I think it adds character. So we're going to leave that on one side just for a moment. Let it start to dry. You do get a little bit inky, but don't worry about that. I'm needing a scrap piece of Whisper White, my 2-inch circle punch, and I'm just going to pop myself a circle out. I do have some silver foil sheet here and my Starburst punch. I'm just going to pop one of those out. Sorry about the glare. And I'm going to be using one of these gorgeous pearlized oilers. Now, I left mine white on both of them, but if you want to sponge these up, you can. They sponge up beautifully. Or dab them with a dauber. But because of this background going on, I'm just going to leave mine. I'm going to do this first. We're going to get our heat tool, embossing buddy. And I'm just going to douse it with powder. Pop things away as I go along. I could have carried on and done another 2 of these. Maybe have a set of 5. But I know they're going in the box for Lorraine anyway. So you're going to need dimensionals later. I'm looking for my Versamark. Look at that now starting to dry. Isn't that just beautiful? It will dry even paler in there. So I'm going to Versamark my sentiment. I'm going to pop this in the centre of my card with a circle. As long as you get it in the centre, it doesn't matter, because it will always turn straight wherever you put it. So that's why I chose the circle and not square or something, and something easier to line up. So I've got my gorgeous silver embossing powder. I'm just gonna, that's perfect. Nothing is overspilt, so thankfully that can go away now. So I've just found in the drawer a tub of heating stick. I don't know what it's for. I've never used it, so I don't know. So I'm going to gently pick this up, and using the rounded bit of these beautiful tweezers so it won't dig in and gouge. And I'm going to heat set. Sorry about the sound, but let's get this in as well. There you go, there she goes. And I'm going to keep my heat tool out. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to pop that there. I am going to keep my heat tool out because I'm going to grab my big Wink Stella, and I'm just going over the raised area. So I'm using the side. And I'm just going over the butterflies. If you're using, oops, I've got a little bit of a splash there. I've got a blob, that's what it is. Let me grab a tissue. Quite mucky my pen gets. And I'm just going over the butterflies, like I'm saying. You could put your sentiment anywhere on this card. I loved it in the bottom corner. So I'm going to keep mine down there. And look at these beautiful, beautiful butterflies. Do you see the sea foam, soft sea foam now around the outside, making them butterflies pop off the page? I just think it's beautiful. This takes seconds, but it will dry in a minute with the heat tool and set that shine into them butterflies. And because that ink was dry, it's not picked any up and transferred it. Well, it's nowhere to transfer it anyway, but with the Calypso Coral, I did it straight away. I didn't dry the card, and it spread my colour all over the place. So let's have a look at that. Just look how beautiful that looks. Look at the shimmer on there. So I'm going to give it a quick dry. I'll be back now. And that is it. That is perfectly dry. There's a little bit of glitter coming off on my hand, but that is dry. That is just perfect. Look at those beautiful colours. Oh my word. Just stunning. Look at that. Oh, love it. So, now with my dimensionals, I'm just adding 3 on the back of this one. And now I'm going to place this. Oh, sorry about that glare. Let's see now. Oh gosh, I've got a little kink in my card there, so I'm going to smooth it out with my bone folder. There we go. And it's not so bad now on that side. Look at that glare, sorry. And I'm just going to add this on here. Come on. Got it perfect before. That's better. That's better. Lovely. Just beautiful. Now with my doily, I am lining that up. And I'm going to grab one for the, and you're going to stick 4 on here. It will keep your doily in place and also help you then when you come to put your silver thread on. So remove the backings. Look at this, I've had this since I joined Stampin' Up and it just lasts forever and ever and ever. So I'm just going to, take a few spins of that off. And I don't think you can have too much of this stuff. Look at that. I have, it's the silver thread, but I've got, it's big enough these bags to keep all 3. You've got silver, gold and copper in here. And it's up to you which one you use, but I like the silver because I use the silver embossing thread. So now you can, what I do is I just place one end on the back of a dimensional and then I just come in and loop. Just as much sticking out as you want, or you can have a big massive one. It's entirely up to you. I like doing this. And you can always adjust them if you think they're too big. Look, see, I could have a massive loop, but I'm going to try and keep it quite subtle. Just press them down and just keep going around. Add some splodges, I just call them splodge, you just go bang, and there it is, it's done. Bush. Booyaka shack. And as you can still hear, my throat is still bad. I've got my Volcadine link test on the go. I may have a little bit too much of this, but not really, it's just adding layers. But can you see this drying now? That beautiful colour underneath. I think because the stamp set is quite busy, I didn't get to see all that soft seafoam. Whereas the green one, this one, the grey and the blue mixed so nicely together. And there it is. Isn't that beautiful? So we're going to do some layering up of my card now, making sure I've got my my folder in the right place. And we're layering all these on and then find I put it in upside down or something. Love this colour. The soft seafoam is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So this is like the tiniest of border, and I mean tiny up the top. If anything, you're going to see, yeah, it's like minute at the bottom. So just flatten it out with your bone folder. And now we're going to add a bit more sauce, as I call this, to this one. You could use normal thick or thick Whisper White for this, but you've got a real big chance then if you're you can't really buckle it up, and you don't really want that, do you? So it's a perfect little layer. Squiggle that round so you've got it in the right place. Turn it over. Let's give it a good rub. I haven't added any papers to this set into mine at the moment because they are light card pieces. You don't need you can add a piece of Whisper White if you want, but I think they're pale enough to write on. Just pop a little sentiment in there or something. Look how beautiful that colours are. I love it. So there's that gorgeous, gorgeous sentiment. And I think it looks so nice just down there in the bottom corner. Perfect. Oh, I love it. So I've got these beautiful clear faceted gems. And I just add just 3 down the side here. Leave a little gap. Just perfect. But if you want, I suppose I could quite easily... Let me just grab this paper out of the way. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. So I hope you... I love this blue one. And I'm loving this green one now, but that I love them. I got a little splash of Winker Stella there, so a little gem go over that. But apparently, if you use, what's it called, a craft knife, I'm not going to, apparently if you use the side and scrape it, there you go, it works as well. Grab a craft knife and just scrape away at that ink. It comes off. Isn't that good? Tricks of the trade. If you do rough your card up while you're doing that, grab an eraser and buff out. Let me just put that back. And grab my eraser and just smooth out that cardstock. And now it's gone. Look at that. Hey, I got rid of that. Perfect. Yay. You learn something new every day. So they tell me. So I hope you enjoy. Whoa, I hope you give them a go. They're just absolutely gorgeous. Would look perfect in another 2 colours, or even 1 more colour with envelopes and in a nice little gift box to gift to somebody. That would be absolutely awesome. I would love to receive these off someone if they would give me them in a gift box. I would be well and truly happy. Maybe set of 5. But your colours are endless. Start off with your pale, then work up to your darker colours. You can see it now. Just look at that soft sea foam coming through around the edges. Again with the pale pink. I pressed, I think, a little bit too hard with the mint macaron, but I think those 2 colours together go perfect. And they do, because this petal pink looks a bit orangey to me. Looks a bit like corally coloured. So, but there's my card for this evening. I do hope you give me a thumbs up. I hope you leave me lovely comments. And please share the videos. Get them circulated. More people to see them. May come over and see me on my channel. But I'm going to love and leave you all there. And if you've not subscribed already, please do. That way you will... and a little bell straight after. Go for it. You'll be notified then every time I upload a video. It tends to be on a daily basis, but I am absolutely loving these cards. Yay! Thanks for watching anyway. Love you all. Bye.